I was able to bring my car in today with me to work. This is actually my girlfriend's old car that she has generously allowed me to fix up and start driving as my own. So today we're going to do some ball joints on it after work, and just a couple other small things. So this is going to be my new beater for the summertime. Okay, we got the Accord on the hoist. It's looking a little bit rough, but that's okay. Got the upper already done. Upper and lower on the driver's side is already done. Now we're gonna come over to the passenger side, pop this wheel off, and here's the upper, just the OE replacement. Lower. So go ahead and get that wheel off and show you a couple things. All right, got the wheel off here. I'm gonna start by taking the cotter pin out of the outer tie rod, cotter pin from the upper and lower ball joint. Oh, looks like the lower's already missing, so get those cotter pins out. And I like to use my air hammer with a pickle fork on the end. All right, grab the air hammer here. I'll show you how I get these here tie rods off. Real easy, like. Get the pickle fork down in there. Pops it right out. Pretty much every time. Just got the lower and knock this thing up in a vise and show you how I take this lower ball joint out. All right, we're in the vise. I'm gonna get this ball joint out here. Normally there's supposed to be a C-clip that holds it in. It's missing on this one. It was missing on the other side too. I guess that shows how much you really need it. So stick my chisel right in here. Just like that. Old ball joint is pretty smoked. To reinstall the new ball joint on bottom, you're really supposed to use a press, which we do have a press, but I'm lazy and I just put my hammer bit on and pretty much send it in. I don't advise doing it because you could damage the top and the ball joint would be junk, but I'll show you what that looks like afterwards. Real quick, here's the new lower ball joint installed. This is the retaining ring that I was talking about that didn't have one before. So I'll put that on here. I guess I'll show you what that looks like. So it should look something like that when it's installed. You can kind of see it's in there. It's just supposed to retain it in there. All right, now for this upper control arm. Comes with a new ball joint. You have a 17 here and a 17 right there. You'll have to pull the fuse box off for the passenger side. So I'll get that new one put in here. All right, I just got everything installed. New upper with the control arm, new lower. This is a trick I like to do when it's on the hoist. Get a bottle jack here and kind of lower it down to where there's no pressure and you can tighten your bushings up, basically mimicking a wheel and fully load on the suspension. That way your bushings don't bind, because you don't want that happening. All right, well, I'm back home from work for the night. Everything with the ball joint seems fine. It's a pretty easy process of changing ball joints out. I'm assuming a lot of you already know how to change a ball joint. The only reason I filmed it is because I needed to change mine out, and I figured I'd go ahead and show you how I do mine. It's kind of the lazy way. There's still a few other things I'd like to do to this car, but it is running and driving now and safe to roll down the road, I'd say. One thing being some cheap door speakers, because, yeah. But that's pretty much going to wrap this video up. I still have a few other things I'd like to do to the car. Maybe some of you found this video informative, but for the most part, it was just me dicking around. My next video should be working back on my Accord, so stay tuned for more Accord content.